Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Command Center, where we like to put our favorite commander, maybe even yours, front and center. And you know we can't do that unless you play those three suspicious letters, EDH. What does it stand for today, Hadoken?
You know what? I'm still upset with y'all, but y'all should know what this stands for by now. And it stands for Entertaining Delinquent Households. That's right. You know what? A new set is coming out. It's called New Capoeira, New Cannoli. I don't know what it is, but it's dealing with the heavy hitters of the crime family. That's right. The Sopranos got a sequel, baby, and it's the remix.
Yo, I'm exclusively calling this set New Cannoli from now on.
But before we go down this line, we need to give a shout out to one of our patrons.
That's right. We always want to give a shout out to a patron when they join the Mana Squad. And today we are shouting out Timothy Figler.
That's right, Timothy. Thank you for believing in what we do and helping out the squad. And because you shouted us out, you know we got to shout you out.
All right. Timothy's, how do I put this?
Got good taste?
More like degenerate commander is Ezuri Claw of Progress.
Never heard of him.
Derek, go ahead and break down who Ezuri Claw of Progress is.
One of my favorite Phyrexians, so you have beautiful taste. Ezuri Claw of Progress is one of the experience counter commanders, so whenever a creature ETBs, you get an experience counter. Then going into combat every turn, you throw +1 counters equal to the number of experience counters you have onto a creature. This gets out of control fast. You do token shenanigans, throw it all on an infect creature, bring one of your friends closer to Phyrexia, and complete your day. Some beautiful Phyrexian goodness.
You know what? I feel like Phyrexians are the slivers of magic.
Like the better looking slivers of magic.
I don't know what any of this means, but thank you for believing in us and shouting us out. Now let's get to this new set, new carpet.
Okay.
Now,
all right. So let me go ahead and set the scene. All right, because what a lot of people don't realize, a lot of people don't know, I actually like the theme of this set, like a lot. Like, you know how Derek liked the Innistrad spooky stuff?
yeah.
And you know how you like the yeah. And so I like gangsters and Art Deco and like
That whole 1920s prohibition
gangster.
vibe.
Yeah. I love that.
You know, tell you what, one thing I love about this thing is that it takes place in one of the dirtiest plains imaginable. Like, this plane is right behind the Arby's. Tell us about these crime families, Sid.
All right, so we're gonna go through the crime families, and I think we're gonna kind of just identify which crime family or which family. We don't necessarily want to say they're all crime families. Maybe some of them are kind of like uplifting the city.
No, I'm judging them all. They all do dirt, and I'm gonna tell you how much time. You would get if you was in each family. All right.
So we're gonna break them down and kind of also just let you know which ones that we feel like we belong to. Like we're long lost family members of these families. So first one we want to talk about is our originally we would call them Grixis. But today we're calling them the Maestros.
Okay, first of all, cold name. And when I get into, we're going to talk about this commander later. I'm going to wait a second because I need to go on the rant. But go ahead, tell us about this crime.
You know the Maestros have a mixtape. I'm just saying. Like,
yeah.
Especially based on
hot fire. Like,
so much fire.
Like jalapeno honey butter. Like, it's ridiculous.
Look, let me put it to you like this. Like, the Maestros are so dirty, they bootleg their own music. Like... And they sell them out the back of trucks.
Exactly. You know what? They still use CDs. That's how dirty they are.
Yeah. Like, it's crazy. But the Maestros, they are the art collectors. They are the a little bit of information gatherers, but more so they like the finer things in life. And if you cross them, they will kill you. Just plain and simple. Like they got assassins on deck.
So let me break this down. Pretty much, they into money laundering. Let me put that down for a second, all right? They moving pictures for more than they worth, all right? And you get, 10 to 15 years for money laundering. So if you're part of this family and you get caught, get ready to do that time. Who's next?
To quote the great poet Rick Ross, they push and they push. They ride and they ride.
It's a quote the great Colonel Sanders. I'm too drunk to taste this chicken. Who's next?
So the next one we want to talk about are the brokers.
Okay.
This is our green, white, and blue.
Also known as Selesny. No, that's not Selesny. That's Bant.
Bant. Yeah. So essentially, they deal in currency. So counters on things. They move the counters around. They make effects happen by dealing with different types of counters.
I feel like the shield counters like hush money now.
Let me explain. They mess with funny money, baby. They counterfeiters out here. They out there making that green, that diseased green. You know what? They out there. You know the recession? It's because of them. I mean, if you make that funny money on the federal level, that's 25 to life. So if you part of that crime family, yeah, you getting the counters, you getting that bean money, but you also get ready to do that time.
What you thinking about the brokers?
I'm not part of that family, so I don't know nothing about it. I don't talk trash about a family I'm not in. But you know what? When I think of counters, you know what I think of? Atraxa, baby.
Atraxa, yeah.
They are in Atraxa colors.
Yeah.
I think that you may have taken a step too far saying they make counterfeit money. You need to watch your back when you leave here tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
They have ears everywhere.
Yeah.
And birds.
So the next one I want to talk about is the Obscura. So this is originally what we call the Esper. Essentially, they want to know what's going on before it happens because they want to make sure that things flow properly and that they always come out on top.
So pretty much they got their ears to the streets. They are the ones blackmailing people. Either you going to take this money or you going to take this work. Work out in these streets. That's right. Face the pavement, teeth the grindstones.
How much time do they get?
Oh, right there. Well, it's a like simple assault battery. They might get you like 10 years, 5 to 10 years, depending on how simple it is. But if it's manslaughter, you looking at like 20 years, maybe.
Okay. Derek, how you feeling about the Obscuras?
So my feelings about them is their mechanic is connive, and I've read that like 30 times, and I still have to keep processing it. So already it's a pass. It's a lot of thinking. I'm sure it's great.
A lot of words on these mechanics.
It's so many words. Again, I tell y'all always, if I can't drink and play a card at the same time, I am not interested in that card.
Like,
So,
what is up with Magic putting like pamphlets and guides?
I don't like to read, guys.
Like every time I get a blue card, it starts with "Call me Ishmael," and I'm like, no, I'm not going down this road.
Yeah. They need to just like simplify it. If it can't be said in like 4 or 5 words, maybe just like
It will do you dirty. That's all I need to see. That's all you need. This card will not do you dirty. That's all I need.
I feel like we're sliding closer and closer to Yu-Gi-Oh territory because I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh pretty much like their cards, you'll flip it around and like a little pamphlet little comes out, like fills out like a little picture wallet or bill folder.
they gotta give you little scrolls. You just like unroll the scroll and just start reading to learn what the card does, and you just like roll that shit back up.
I can't even see what the attack and defense is.
This creature has hexproof and also vigilance when it attacks. You turn and it's adjacent to your library. Make sure you mill 2 cards. If it's not, then you reveal the top 2 cards, and then you look at one, put the bottom of your library. If it's next to your card that's green, then you need to. I'm like, well, I don't need all this.
I thought you were actually describing it. I was like, oh shit, I didn't even know that's what it says. I honestly think they're gonna switch those jumbo size cards they used to have in Commander products. That's gonna be the actual card size so they can fit more text. Because they're gonna be like, oh damn, we're running out of the room on the front. We have dual space cards. That's not enough. Let's make them all jumbo and we can fit more words.
Right. All right, moving on.
The future. See, I was obscura there. I was knowing the future and predicting it.
Each card is gonna be tabletized. All right, what else we got?
Next, we're gonna talk about. This was originally the Jund.
A little fun in the Jund.
This is the Riveteers.
Okay.
So these are they're the construction workers of the city. They're the union. They're the if you cross us, if you owe somebody some money, we're probably going to see about the kneecaps.
It's like first of all, you walking a little too straight right now. If you want those kneecaps and you want to keep them right quick, you gonna make sure you buy. Like you said, they the union. They the construction crews. They the ones that give you cement shoes and find you in the harbor. Wait, that's not Boston enough.
No.
Harbor.
Oh, wait. How does what's that dude that
Matt Damon?
No, the one the funny looking one that's it's the Transformer.
Oh, you talking about Mark Wahlberg?
Mark Wahlberg, yeah. Harbor.
It's a your Mark Wahlberg impression is impeccable.
It's a Transformer. But anyway, these are the ones they mean in the streets, and if work is being done at the docks, they the ones doing it. Okay, and you know what? This is a racketeering group, and you looking at if they do a RICO case, you do a 25 to life. But if it's just muscle work, you can look at 10 to 15.
Hey, and the nicest thing is, if you're feeling tired and you can't get done what they need to, it's no problem. You can rest because you will be sleeping with the fishes if you do anything to cross them. With no kneecaps included.
Yeah. Kneecaps, not included.
No, kneecaps are not included when you mess with the Riveteers.
You still got your kneecaps. It's just some assembly required.
All right, last family we want to talk about is the Cabaret.
Okay.
All right, so these are our white, green, and red. These essentially are they throw the parties. They're where you want to be at. They're where the politicians hang out with. But at the same time, it's like, hey, if you here, that means that you party in my establishment. That means that you're gonna do what I tell you to do before you leave.
So let me break that down for you. These are the Teamsters, all right? These are the ones that make the money move for the politicians and how the bribes move through charity events. So when you know paying $2,500 for a steak dinner at the Met, what you're really doing is greasing them palms of the police and the politicians out there. So, you know, these people don't really get caught. You never hear about them getting caught because they move under the veil. They kind of like the frat boys of the society. So the much time you get with them, none. Because they're too powerful of a group to be caught.
White collar criminals, baby.
White collar, baby. You know, on the jail you go to, they got cooking classes and gourmet. I mean,
Club Med.
You fight people with spatulas.
This is where Martha Stewart hung out with.
Exactly. When she was making reefer cookies.
Yeah. I mean, she did her time, but like, did she?
Did she?
It's a good thing.
So those are the 5 crime families that we have in New Capenna, the streets of New Capenna.
That's right. The streets of New Cannoli is where you got to figure out where you fit in any of these crime families out here.
All right, so let's start with Derek. Which family is like calling to you? Like if you got dropped off, you planeswalk there, or a planeswalker dropped you off here. Which family are you going to? Which family is like attracting you right now? Like where you headed?
Yeah, so I feel like I can. This set touches me in a happy. That was gonna be a weird sentence. I'm gonna pass that. This I like this set mainly because if y'all have heard, I've described my family as like aggressively Italian American, like obnoxiously so. So like all the like old crime movies and stuff in New York, and everybody's like, hey, forget about it, all that. That's like my entire family.
I'm walking here.
Like, so basically the only disappointment I have in this set is that based on my own family experience, there are entirely too few Tonys, Vinnies, and Carlos in this set. We should have had at least 7 characters with each name, and then some sort of combination between first and middle names, because that's apparently how it goes. So drop the ball there. But having said all that, one is I think closest to what I feel like my family was back in the day. That's the Riveteers, the construction workers, the blue collar workers that might break some kneecaps in their free time. It just speaks to me. I love aggressive punching things in the face in Magic, and sometimes in my personal life, and the Riveteers speak to that. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Plus, it's a effing draconic demon that leads it. Like, how do you not want to follow? Like, look, one family's got a cat demon. I got a cat demon at my house. That shit is not impressive. A dragon demon is much more menacing.
And personally, I've heard this man refer to his stuff as meatballs. But anyway, what's next?
All right, so we're going to talk about ours. Might as well do it in tandem because we talked about it beforehand. But the family that calls to both Hadoken and myself is the Maestros.
Best believe you talking about making people do what I want them to do. When especially I'm hardcore in puppetry. You'd be surprised how I can make people move, especially when I put my foot in their behind.
That's right. I'm all about that dirt, and I like to keep my dirt secret. Somebody crossed me, they just disappear. Oh my God, what happened to Timothy? Timothy got out of line. Oh man, what did he do? I don't know. Go ask somebody who knows Timothy.
Don't do that. That's a terrible idea.
I'll go to Timothy.
You're gonna find out where Timothy is real quick.
Yeah.
No. I got one better. Nah, I go to Timothy's grandma's house. I take her being gay, mothballs, lit, the whole nine. I come for everything.
Not his mama's house.
The mama's house. How to put it in matches like drug money.
All right, so the reason for real why the Maestros appeals to me, yeah, all of that was real. But I mean, at the end of the day, like I feel like I'm a Grixis player. I feel like Grixis hasn't really been calling me home for these last like few commander sets and just sets in general. But I think that the face of this set is calling me, and it's a pretty big phone. It's almost like the bat signal.
I consider myself a sophisticated savage. You know, I'll eat a chopped cheese with a pinky out.
You write your curses in cursive, right?
Yeah. I write my curses in cursive. You know, Fook. But what like one thing? Should we talk about the head of the family?
Just a little bit.
Don't give y'all a splash. Fight on sight. Look, I'm not even playing. We're gonna talk about this later. I'll go in depth. Fight on sight. Come back for the next episode when I go into details. But fight, it is on sight. Like
the name of this commander is Xander, by the way.
Like Xander. Like fight on sight. Like it's like who. Like, yeah.
And we're saying this is people who's probably going to play Xander as commanders.
So I guess this is advice for me. What I need to make sure to do when y'all break out double Xander.
Oh yeah,
at the table.
Like this is ridiculous. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
But we just wanted to go through these families right quick. And, in the comments down below, why don't you tell us some of your favorite families and what's some of the mechanics you looking for? First of all, Casualties look like it's going to go gangbusters.
Casualty is actually a pretty smooth mechanic. The one that's going to annoy me the most is probably Connive.
I don't know what Connive does.
It's a lot of reading, and
it's drawing a card, discarding a card, and getting +1 counters.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
See, that's a long sentence. I'm sure it's good. I'm sorry that happened, or congratulations. One of the two is how I feel about Connive.
I don't care. I'm not doing it. I'm going to take the +1 counters and not do everything else. But anyway, thank you guys for joining us for this episode. And any of these sets, as you go through the sets and you see some of these cards, and you're like, man, I need to put these in my deck. Why don't you check out the affiliate link at the bottom of TCG? Help out yourself, help out your local LGS, and help us out at the same time. You know what? And, tell us what crime family you like to be a part of. And if you got caught, could you really do that time?
Could you do that time?
I don't know. Some of y'all look like y'all tail.
And we don't like tattletales. Chulane.
Snitches are snitches.
Yo, Chulane. Maybe this is my favorite plane, because Chulane would be dead as hell if he ever stepped foot on this plane.
If you look at the art, Chulane got a book of people he naming. Like you talking about a CI for real.
He got a ledger.
He Chulane, the confidential informant. Yeah.